the fuck Minerals, who I don't even view as a real human being.
It's guys like Minerals.
Let's have it right.
He's not on my radar. I don't care about him.
You got the Minerals too.
One of them brown envelope mobs.
No Minerals.
Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Let's have it right.
Respect.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
The realness of this guy.
Minerals. Let's have it right.
Minerals FC need proper winning Minerals, mate.
Let's have it right.
Respect.
I'm just a brown envelope, or I'm
Absolutely screwed. Let's have it right.
Brown envelopes.
You brown envelopes from the club.
You got the Minerals to fight for his place.
You are in the woods wronging. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you taking the time out to say that. Cheers. This one's for you. Greetings from Centre Parks, by the way. That's the background. I hope you're all well. This is just ridiculous, though, isn't it? The Minerals.
Minerals FC.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny Minerals.
Johnny the fuck Minerals.
The Minerals. In them, we know that they have the minerals. We've not.
There's minerals that you need.
It's guys like Minerals and
You got the Minerals too.
Let's have it right.
Minerals.
Johnny Minerals.
like Minerals is one of the very vociferous Chelsea fans.
Minerals FC mudded me. I couldn't give a shit about that guy.
Let's have it right.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking Minerals, mate.
Can everybody just stop getting shot? So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC, big up to every single one of you live and locked in. Hope everyone is doing well, winning live. First and foremost, I want you all to smash to piece that like button. If you haven't smashed it, smash it right now. If you haven't hit subscribe button, make sure you do so. We've got the notification bell, ding dong, let's have it right, so you know we go live. And we've got the Minerals FC Ultras membership pinned at the top live chat and down below in the description. Salute to all the Minerals FC Ultras. Salute to our Chelsea old boys. We see things they'll never see. And salute to the no surrender mentality. And RIP to the Yotta brothers. And also big up to Buchi Laba on the Minerals FC. Big up to you, Buchi. How we doing, my man?
Oh, hi, Minerals. How you doing? This is like evening time in Nigeria. It's a pleasure to be here. Big pleasure to be here. Big pleasure.
Love that, bruv. Listen, everyone in the chat, salute to the Ultras. Make sure you smash it, smash the like. Make sure you follow Buchi. And if I'm not wrong, Buchi,
they're not going to follow me. They're not going to follow me. They don't.
No.
I used to attack Chelsea a lot, so they won't follow me. Trust me.
Yeah, but they'll follow you through all the transfer news, whether you're Arsenal or not. Do you know what I mean? But you are, am I right in saying Wazobia FM? Is that the radio station you work with?
Yes. Wazobia FM in Lagos. I lead the sports team here.
Respect, bruv. Big up to Wazobia FM, bruv. And big up to you, Buchi. So we're going to go straight into it. There's a lot to talk about, really. But should we start off with who should we start off with? I want to give Buchi his flowers first and foremost. Before we do anything, I want to give him his flowers because Buchi is a journalist. As you know, on the Minerals FC, we stand for the truth. We stand for respect, and we say it as it is. Buchi does exactly that as a journalist. He's not, in my opinion, and factually, he ain't like the others. And he says it as it is, and he ain't selling out for no brown envelope, brother. I'll tell you that now. Facts. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on here. What are we doing here? But when we had the news with Victor Osimhen about Al Hilal, let's have it right, yeah? Every journalist was pushing out the narrative, feeding an agenda on Victor about it's all about the money, and he was getting ridiculous offers, and medicals are booked. When it was clear as day, as I've been telling you for a long time, Victor wasn't going to go to Al Hilal. It's not about the pound note. But when Buchi put out the breaking news in the morning and said, there's no deal, he's rejected it, it's not about the money, he wants to stay in Europe, every single tier one journalist, Fabrizio, Jacobs, the Matt Laws, everyone related to Victor Osimhen reporting had to put out the news that Buchi Laba put out. And the only journalist that credited Buchi was Ben Jacobs, have it right. But I have an issue with that because every journalist, if you're quoting, for example, Fabrizio Romano was tagging in Pies and Mash for news or whoever it is, but you can't tag in Buchi, who actually gave you the news, the facts, the truth, which had you all backtracking. So respect you, Buchi, and I want to personally say big up to you, and you need to be shown respect, bruv. Let's have it right.
Respect to you, Aminos. But where I'm from, we really don't care about people respecting us, man. Like, I just do what I want to do. If you want to respect me, I respect you too. If you don't want to respect me, no problem. We good. That's why you don't go out and talk shit about me. If you talk shit about me, I talk shit about you. Where we from is, we call it bags boss. You give me, I give you. So I don't care about people respecting me at all because you don't know where I'm from. You don't know you didn't pay for my story. So I honestly don't care. I'm just doing what I want to do and how I do it. I'll do it my own way. My own way.
Facts, bruv. Respect to you, Buchi. So everyone's aware of the news with Victor Osimhen. I'm not going to go into that. You're not going to go into that. Whatever you want to say, you can say. But the reality is, I know the truth. We've spoken on the truth, which was a year ago, wasn't it? It was a year ago you come on. So that's that. But let's get into Victor Gyökeres, because that is the hot story.
That's
right?
the hottest news right now. The hottest news right now. So it's crazy because yesterday I put out a tweet that it was done 100%. Gyökeres to Arsenal was 100%. And when I put out that tweet, it was done. It was done. I was even told Gyökeres was packing his bags close to going to Arsenal for medicals. It was done. But the Sporting Lisbon president requested for more money, especially for the add-ons. And Arsenal were disappointed. We're like, what's happening? I think in life I think I jumped the gun in reporting so fast, but it was done. It was done. It was done. So Arsenal got really angry and stepped back. But what I hear right now, Arsenal are back in. Because Arsenal will not go back to Sesko. RB Leipzig was horrible negotiation. Horrible. Horrible. So Arsenal will try their best to close down Gyökeres because I said I made it very clear to the board. I want a striker. I need a striker. Get me a striker. And because Arsenal budget for getting a striker is 70 million euros. They don't want to move past that mark. But because of the stubbornness of Sporting Lisbon president, he wants... These presidents are crazy sometimes. They do some crazy things. Football transfer is madness. When I get some information, I be like, this is what's happening? It's madness. It's crazy. So right now, Arsenal are back negotiating for Gyökeres. They want him. And I believe that deal is going to happen because Arteta's plan was to take him on Arsenal preseason. They traveled on Thursday. So that was the initial plan to round up the deal. Like Arsenal have all details they needed on Gyökeres. Everything they needed. Everything they needed. So they wanted to close the latest. I was told 2 days. That was when they was negotiating for Sesko, not even Gyökeres. And Gyökeres made it very, very clear to every club, including your Chelsea. Made it very clear to all clubs. I want only Arsenal.
Wow.
Only Arsenal. Only Arsenal. So that's why he's kind of disappointed right now, Gyökeres. I'm told he's very, very angry right now with Sporting Lisbon of blocking his move to Arsenal. But I think that deal will happen. It might just take like 1 or 2 extra days. But the Sporting Lisbon president just want more money. Like, these presidents are crazy sometimes. They want more money. So that's the option from Gyökeres.
Is there like truth? Because there was a gentleman's agreement with Gyökeres and Sporting, right? So I saw reported 60 million euros, I think it was, for him to be sold. And now they've upped it to what, 80, 90? Where what's the price they're looking for?
The gentleman agreement they had. Oh, sorry. Sorry. The gentleman agreement they had in January. That was in January. It was if Arsenal comes in, the release clause will be reduced. to 60 to 70 million euros. Release clause is 100 million euros. But for Arsenal, he told the president, the president agreed. That was in January. It was not signed. It was a verbal agreement. Like same verbal agreement Victor Osimhen had with Napoli back then. And the club didn't refuse the verbal agreement. That's why most times right now, players are big on signing contracts. Sign this, put it down in writing. So that was why Gyökeres is still angry. So when they agreed in January that if Arsenal comes in, you're going to reduce the release clause, the president was like, no big deal. And he kept on playing, kept on scoring. So that's one of the reasons he's so angry right now, because we agreed. Why are you not agreeing to what we agreed on? So the boy wants Arsenal. Trust me. From the heart of my, he wants Arsenal. That's the only club he wants to play for.
What can you tell us about the wages? I'm very curious about the wages.
The wages.
Yeah, what's Gyökeres going for? What's he gonna get?
A 200. What's the word? A 200K weekly.
200K. Yeah.
Yep.
That is nothing. There's absolutely nothing in this game. Haaland's on like 500. I think it's about 500 grand a week. Yeah. So can you tell us, Buchi, has Chelsea been involved with Gyökeres?
No, they inquired. Chelsea inquired. He's a big boy. Chelsea inquired. Man U inquired. Juventus inquired.
Yeah.
Even I got to know yesterday, Fenerbahce inquired, but they laughed about it. The agent laughed about it. Fenerbahce now. They inquired. Clubs inquired, but he made it very clear. I'm not joking. Very clear that he wants only Arsenal. Even when Arsenal was negotiating with Benjamin Sesko, he knew that it was second choice. Arsenal first choice was Sesko. Arteta first choice was Sesko. He knew, but he still wanted Arsenal. So that was when Arsenal came in, he told the club, please, let's get this done. Let's get this done. So that's why he's still angry.
Ultras, I hope you heard that. 200 grand for Gyökeres and 80 million euros, 70 million euros. I mean, it's still a steal, you know. Victor Osimhen, 60 odd million. But yeah, we're going for 30 million delapse. But anyway, moving on.
I don't even know how. Sorry, let me just add it. How you want to be an ambitious club and your strikers are Delap and Jackson? That's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
So stupid. It's crazy. And you said, what's the other one decide? I like him too. From Brighton, the tall guy. He's a good player too.
Pedro.
Good players. All these players are good players, but for a club like Chelsea, you need a world-class striker. You need a beater.
Yeah.
These guys are just going to do the job, but they're not going to do the main job. I'm nothing against Delap. I like Delap. I love Delap.
Same.
But for his level, he should be playing for clubs like maybe a Tottenham Hotspur and Everton. Not a Chelsea right now. Not a Chelsea. You need players with, what's the word? You need bullies. You need monsters. He's not a monster.
Well, that's why I always wanted Victor, bruv. Yeah, not Victor. There's two, isn't there? Bet Victor. My bet is on Osimhen. That's my number one striker that I want at Chelsea. Even John Obi Mikel's spoken about him. He's the guy, bruv.
Don't worry. When all this is done and cleared, we'll do. I promise you, I'll come again.
Yeah,
when everything is done, I'll come again, and then that's when I'll be able to say whatever I want. I will make it very clear about what happened, and there's still more information about it. Trust me. There's still more.
Yeah, I know, 100%. He just rattles me, you know. Yeah. I'm a Chelsea supporter. Like, I want the best for my club, and I'm getting served up.
What rattles me is the wage structure. That's so stupid to me. You want world-class players, you pay world-class players. That's the way it is.
Facts.
You pay world-class players. You pay. It's football. These world-class players are going to make you money. You pay them. Your wage structure is good, but there's some certain players you can break it for. You have to.
Yeah.
You can't be, a player cannot be earning 200-300 somewhere, and you want them to come in at 100 and 150 for what? Because you are Chelsea? Nah, it doesn't work that way. and you give them 7 years contract. Like, is he a slave deal? Like, it's I'm I'm affiliated with Arsenal, so I like attacking Chelsea. It gives me joy to attack Chelsea sometimes, but this is where something is. For me, I think it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Listen, for me, it doesn't affect me because I'm coming at my own owners. I love Chelsea. I hate Blueco. I know what they're doing. The reality is, we've got like 90 players on the books. Yeah, Bushy, we've got 90 players on the books.
90.
And, 90, yeah. They're closer to 100 players than
professional contracts.
100-point team. What's that?
Like, these 90 players are on professional contracts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You're telling me we can't get rid of 40 players so we can bring in an Osimhen, Diogo Costa, Donnarumma, a Bastoni, a Rodrygo. And this is my point. Arsenal has shown intent. Man City has shown intent. Liverpool has shown intent after being the Premier League champions. PSG looking at Rodrygo showing intent. All right. Every other club is showing intent. Even Galatasaray has shown intent, crying out loud. My point is this, right? I want to ask the question very quickly on Sesko, because is it true that he was demanding ridiculous wages more than, what's his name, Gyökeres?
No. Never. That wasn't true. That was false. Very false. He never requested ridiculous wages, number one. He never requested for a release clause in his contract, number two. The only issue with Sesko and Arsenal was the club RB Leipzig. They wanted too much money.
Right.
They wanted everything plus add-ons to run to like 100 million euros. The money, it was too much for them. And Arsenal, we are not willing to pay too much for Sesko. Arteta wanted him. The negotiations was very, very, very intense. But RB Leipzig didn't even give Arsenal enough chance to make their point. And what made it worse, Sesko didn't get involved with the negotiation. Sesko and his agent refused to push Leipzig. To make some transfer work sometime, you need the power of the player to tell the club not to go on strike or anything, but tell the club, please let me go. Sesko refused to tell the club to let him go. So he never requested for now ridiculous wages. No, he didn't. If he did, Arsenal would not be negotiating for like 1 month. They were talked one close to 1 month. So if the player wanted to come to Arsenal, let's get it clear. He wanted to come, but he was never going to push to come. He wanted it done on Leipzig terms. I don't want to go against Leipzig. I like Leipzig. They have been good to me. Blah, 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 blah. So that was it. Leipzig, because Arsenal was so interested, Leipzig thought they were going to take advantage. They were thinking Arsenal was going to do everything they wanted. But it was not. This is not Edu. This is better. Better is that guy is a nonsense guy. He does not care about you sometimes. He does what he wants.
Facts.
So he never requested ridiculous wages. He never did.
That's good, because I think that needs to be clarified, because there's been a lot of false narratives being pushed about that. And yet Arsenal are paying, the 200 mark for Victor Gyökeres. Shows you their intent. And all right, he's not 100 million, but I tell you what, Gyökeres is more established and more finished article than a Sesko is, and that's a fact, bruv.
I think he is. He is. He's a good player. And the good thing about it, coming to an Arsenal, you're going to score goals. Last season we saw Merino.
Yeah.
I was in DM scoring goals as a striker. Gyökeres scored. The Arsenal team scoring goals was never the problem. It's time. The pressure is the problem with Arsenal. When the pressure comes in, everybody just collapse. Even from the coaching angle too. So let's wait and see.
I want. There's a few minerals bombers I want you to land, Bushy. And let's go, as we're talking on Arsenal. It kind of coincides with everyone really, but Arsenal are linked with Eze, they're linked with Rodrygo, and they're also linked with Noni, who I call the grasshopper on speed, Madueke. Yeah. Which one's really serious, or are they all serious?
For Rodrygo is Arteta main tag. Arteta wants Rodrygo, but Rodrygo deal is complicated because Real Madrid needs to want to sell, and it's going to be very expensive. And Rodrygo is on he's on a huge wage. He's never going to take a wage cut. He's never going to take a wage cut. Arsenal have no issue paying him what he wants. So Real Madrid needs to want to sell right now.
Okay.
So we'll get more clarification about that after the Club World Cup.
Right.
On Eberechi Eze, it's more of an opportunity transfer for Arsenal. He's not a prime target. He's just a player Arsenal like, and Arsenal feel like with the instrumental pay and with how the Arsenal midfield is a player Arsenal can get. So it's more of opportunity. It's not prime. It's like just thinking about it. Yes. So anything about the Eberechi is going to run through August. It's never going to be in July, trust me. It's going to be in August. Okay. When the transfer market wants to end. On Madueke.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, continue. What do you want to say?
Well, I was going to say, is it Eze or Rodrygo? My question.
It's Rodrygo first. Rodrygo is Arteta's main primary option.
Okay. So then...
It's Rodrygo, Madueke before even Eze.
That makes sense. That's why you're saying they'll wait till towards the end of August, because it seems to me Rodrygo is not really playing for Real at the moment.
Yes.
There's a lot of talk. I've done some digging on his wages. Apparently, he's on 235,000 euros.
He'll want more. He's going to want more. Moving.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If he's leaving, he's going to want more. So
he's going to want like 300 if you want to.
Yeah. But that's the price you pay for young, proven
talent. And he's proven
talent. Yeah.
Elite talent.
Elite, yeah, facts.
Rodrygo is a fantastic player on his day. He is. So you pay him if he wants to. On Madueke, Arsenal have serious interest. When I say, I mean very serious interest.
Wow.
Very serious interest. Very serious. But I think where the problem is going to be is Chelsea wants, I think Chelsea wants 50 million euros for Madueke. Arsenal won't pay that.
So it's about 45
I'm sure Arsenal will not pay that.
Yeah.
Arsenal are willing to pay 35. Because the plan for Noni is to be back up to Bukayo Saka. But the good thing about him is that he can actually play on the two wings. Arteta liked him from his days at PSV. I don't know what Arteta sees at Chelsea. He loves Chelsea too much. I think Arteta's really good of Chelsea. He loves Chelsea players too much. I don't understand.
Well, I think the Cronkies are just doing a deal for Blueco, personally, because I can't understand why you want Noni Madueke. I don't rate him. I think he's not even Chelsea level. Most of the players we got at Chelsea are not Chelsea level anyway. Let's have it right.
Brother, but I don't understand too. I seriously don't understand. When I got the information, because when it came out, I doubted. I'm like, is this madness? But I got the information that Arsenal are seriously interested in no cap.
So let me get this right yet. How long have they been after him?
Serious interest last year.
Last year?
Yes. When they started doing, you don't just go for a player. You have to do the job. You do the job.
Interesting. Do you know why I say that? Because I was told they were trying to sell Madueke last summer.
Yes.
And Cucurella.
Yes, they wanted to sell him.
Yeah.
They're pushing him out. Chelsea are pushing Madueke out. Yeah.
Thank you, Buchi, for that. You hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pushing Madueke out for pure profit. Well, not pure profit. They want profit.
No, there are certain players they are pushing out recently. Chalobah is getting pushed out.
Chalobah as well?
Yes.
Who else?
That's the two I know for now.
Okay.
But I know they are pushing them out because they need to sell. And Chelsea wants to get some player. What I know for a fact is, Chelsea are planning to replace Noni Madueke with Mohamed Kudus.
Okay.
But Kudus has his eyes set on Tottenham Hotspur. But one of Chelsea director called him last week, convinced him, telling him not to go to Tottenham, that Chelsea wants him. But Chelsea have to do their business first. And their business first is getting rid of Noni Madueke. That's why, as an Arsenal fan, I'm angry as an Arsenal fan. I'm very angry because I have nothing against Noni Madueke. I love Noni Madueke. I think he's a very good player. He is a very good player. But I think he needs to work on himself. I think he believes he's too talented for his own age. I think he's too proud for a footballer. Calm down and learn the football. You're talented. Relax. So I think it's good enough. But if an Arsenal is going to get the Madueke and Chelsea is going to get the Kudus, who is the upgrade or who is the downgrade?
Who's what?
Who is the upgraded player? Who is better for you?
What, Kudus or Madueke?
Or Madueke?
Oh, it's Kudus. Right, listen. This is the thing, right? For me, Kudus is a good player, right? But does he elevate Chelsea to title charge? What's he done at West Ham to suggest that he's going to be that big player for Chelsea or wherever he goes? I personally think at Spurs he would do more than at Chelsea, because the environment at Chelsea, football environment, is not good. It's not healthy, bruv. There's too many players going in and out. There's too instability. There's no stability. The manager's just man.
It's
What's
toxic.
that?
It's very toxic. It's toxic. Very toxic.
Yeah.
Very toxic.
But yeah, I rate him higher than Madueke. Yeah, I do.
So I know that for a fact. So not a Madueke thing. I think it's going to take some time because Arsenal won't pay 50 million. Chelsea want 50 million euros. They told Arsenal already, bring 50 million as your player. Arsenal won't pay that. So I think when they negotiate, if Chelsea are willing to sell for 30, 25, I think Arsenal will get him.
Okay. So could we see this deal done very quickly, or do you think it's gonna drag on?
I think it depends on negotiation because it's the player Arsenal wants. Arsenal signing a winger is priority for Arsenal. Arsenal wants to sign a winger.
So you're telling me potentially Arsenal are looking to get obviously Gyökeres in a few days, whatever, done. Yeah. They're looking to get either Rodrygo or Eze for Martinelli left side, and then they'll still buy Madueke as well.
That's the plan.
Wow. They're stocking
up,
bro.
Martinelli's staying. Every report of Martinelli leaving is false. Arsenal have no plan in selling Martinelli staying.
Yeah, so it's back up. It's squad building.
They have no plan of selling him. Zero plans. I say zero. Next year, he will get a contract extension already. So Martinelli staying. I think the player leaving might be Trossard, not Martinelli.
All right, so we're going to reiterate. Madueke is being forced out by Chelsea. All right.
Yeah, from what I can hear.
People are lying, saying that he's not, and that he wants to go Arsenal. But
he wants to go because they told him he can leave. They told him he can leave, so he wants to go.
Right. Okay. That's all we need to know on here.
The club tells you can leave, so you want to go. He's not forcing the move out. The club wants him to go, and he wants to leave. So you can't. You're not going to stay where you're not properly wanted or needed. So he wants to go. So I don't blame him for going. He wants him to go.
Yeah. So what about
And I got a question about
Go on.
I saw a question about someone talking about Chelsea goalkeeping. Blah blah blah. What I know about goalkeeping with Chelsea is Petrovic. I think he was. I think Galatasaray made 2 offers to Chelsea or Petrovic, but the first offer was 10M. Rejected. Second offer was a loan offer, and 3M obligated Chelsea. But they were also told Strasbourg, I think I heard Bournemouth and of Sunderland were also in the running to buy Petrovic.
Sorry, Buchi.
That's the only one I know about it.
Can you repeat the first bit about Petrovic, because you lost a bit of connection?
Oh,
can you hear us? Hello?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think that's a bit better.
Network. Can you?
Hello? Buchi?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you. It's just your screen's not moving, but we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Buchi, go out and come back in. Blue card trying to hack Buchi, bruv. He's landing minerals on here. I'll tell you that now. He's landing the facts, bruv. Everyone smash that like button as well. Yeah. Because Buchi's been taken by the Matrix, bruv, it seems.
Oh boy.
Now I can hear you, Buchi, but Brandon like Matrix trying to take down Buchi, bruv. Buchi, go out and come back in. Buchi. He's gone, isn't he? This is mad, bruv. See what happens. We see what happens, ultras. Yeah. Buchi, go out and come back in. Can you hear me? You know. Ultras, this is nuts, bruv. He's gone. Buchi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you? Buchi.
Network now. It's Nigeria, man. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, come on. You're back. Do you know what, Buchi?
Bro.
Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in.
Okay.
Try that.
All right.
Like, refresh it. Right, Bushy's going to come back. What a madness, bruv. Brandon Lope Matrix taking over. So we've had Gyökeres on 200 grand a week. That is all Arsenal are going to pay him a weekly, bruv. All right. We've had Madueke is being forced out by Chelsea, and they need that money to buy Kudus. Yeah. We got Rodrygo as a number one target for Arsenal, and Eze as backup if that deal doesn't happen. And he wants more than 230 grand a week. He wants 300 grand a week. So have it right. We've been told that Trev Chalobah is being forced out by Chelsea. And we have had confirmed not only that it's toxic at Chelsea, but it's a sell to buy situation. They need to sell to buy. So have it right. What are we doing here, bruv? Mad, bruv. These minerals landing, can't tell you. Facts. Yeah? Absolute facts. We'll just wait for Buchi to come back. Everyone, smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, we're told with Sesko, the media lied about his wage demands. He wasn't demanding high wages. Bruv, we've been landing this for a long time, but it's confirmation. So have it right. So all of these ITKs and brown envelopes, bruv, they're lying to you. They're lying to you, bruv. What intent is that? 200 grand a week for Gyökeres, and you can't pay that. Get out of here, bruv. Get out of here. I'm waiting for Buchi, bruv. Where is he? We need the minerals landing, bruv. We've got so much to talk about. So what are we saying, ultras, bruv? Madueke forced out, mate. Madueke's been forced out. Bosh. Minerals landed. I'm not buying a Starlink for Buchi. Oh dear. I've got a few players I want to ask about that are important. Let me just run through some comments. Big up to Falero. He says, this is why we listen to the Minerals FC, the real info. Facts. No sugarcoating. No false narratives. Just straight up facts. Let's have it right. I want you all to support Buchi, even though he is Arsenal. Don't get me wrong. Let's put that aside. He's a journalist. He does his job properly. He's got a lot of connections, bruv. A lot of connections. So as you can see, well, I know by what he's saying, bruv. It's clear as day. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm waiting for Buchi. He's got bad reception there, bruv. You know what I'm saying? He's calling from Nigeria, mate. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? Everyone smash that like button as well. Bushy's back. Big up, Buchi.
Sorry, network, man. Network. I'm sorry, man.
We're back. We're back. We're back. That's all right. Don't worry. This is Falero. Says, this is why we listen to Minerals FC, the real info. Big up to you, my geezer.
Sorry,
listen.
Our network can be so bad sometimes, man.
Say that again, Buchi.
Our network can be so bad sometimes in Nigeria. It can be so bad.
Yeah, of course. That's all right. Don't worry about it. We were talking about Petrovic, and then it all broke up.
Okay, like I was saying on Petrovic, what I knew about him was Galatasaray was seriously interested in him. They had two offers. The first offer was, I think it was 10M or 5M in add-ons, rejected from Chelsea. Second offer was a loan and 15M obligatory transfer, rejected by Chelsea. And I think Chelsea told Galatasaray that 3 clubs are interested in him. I think they mentioned, was it Sunderland, Bournemouth, and I think Strasbourg who wanted him back. So I think interest in Petrovic is high right now. Look, I think he's a good player. Petrovic is a good player at the end of the day. I even think it's better than Sanchez too for me. So I think he's leaving Chelsea.
Okay. What do you know anything about Mike Maignan?
I didn't know, I don't know anything I read about him, but what I knew was Chelsea. He wants. Can Chelsea even afford him? I think he's on wage at him. I don't know.
He was on about 55,000 a week. He wasn't on high wage.
What's the problem then?
Yeah. He's 29. That's the problem.
But you goalkeeper that's young.
Yeah, they only want young'uns. They only want kindergarten FC. That's all they want.
But
They want resale value. Yeah.
Raya was 28 when he came to Arsenal. Now he's 30.
Yeah. Well, goalkeepers peak. They peak when they're older, don't they?
Yes, and the goalkeeper can stay at 36, 37.
Yeah.
Or they don't drop. They drop up and down. That's their job.
So what? So what's going to happen with Robert Sanchez? Is there any truth in him going to West Ham?
I have no idea. I don't know about him.
All right, because we're stuck with him. All right, and Petrovic is better than Sanchez.
For me, I think it's 100%. For me.
Yeah, course. All right, with Rodrygo, is it serious intent by City and PSG, Buchi?
I don't know about City. I don't even know about PSG. They have like 4 world-class wingers: Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Giu, and Bakola. I think they need a striker. They don't need a winger.
Okay.
I think for them to spend, Rodrygo is going to be expensive, 70, 80 million euros, man. It's gonna be
That's all
expensive. And you know Real Madrid don't play with their transfer. They tell you this, you bring this.
But for
So I
me,
think
that's small. 80 million, small change, bruv. We had Roman Abramovich. Salute to our Don. What's 80 million? Like in this market, all right, mid players, average players are going for like 50, 60 million. So when you're saying about getting Rodrygo for 80 million, that is a bargain. And he's young.
yes, because it's experience for a young boy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, we
so I don't-
signed
I
we
don't
signed a
think he's
13-year-old kid, Bushy. You know that? We signed a 13-year-old kid from Blackburn Rovers. Did you know that? 13, we're getting younger. They're getting
I have
younger.
no idea. I don't know.
All right. What are we going to... I really have to ask you, with baby Lurch Garnacho. I need to know about Garnacho, bruv.
I don't know much about Garnacho, but what do you need him for?
I know these owners want him. I don't want him.
Is he better than players available? Is he better than Neto or better than even Nenoni Madueke? Garnacho is good, but his finished product is horrible, man. So what do you need? And it's gonna be what do you need him for? He just walks. He's a walk. He should be a right back. He walks. He runs up and down for you, but I think he still has the good thing about Garnacho. He's young, so there is still enough chance for him to grow as a footballer. But I don't know. I know he doesn't think of my fancy in any way. He doesn't. For me, I don't know about. For me, I'm wondering Garnacho what. You need upgraded players right now. World class wingers, not wingers that I think they are so good, but they are not that good. Garnacho is in his head.
So,
for me, I don't think he's a great player.
No, I think he's better than Madueke though. As bad as he is, I do think he's better than Madueke.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's
Nani Madueke might be crazy sometimes, but I don't think his Garnacho is better than him. I don't think so.
Madueke for me, he can't play on the left. If you're thinking of playing him
Why
on the
are you
left,
playing him on the left, by the way? Why is he being played on the left, by the way?
why do we play any of the players we play all out of position? I mean, it's just ridiculous. You know, we got Cole Palmer who got 43 GA playing on the right, and he's playing him as a number 10. You know, he's just criminal, bro. What else can you tell us, Bushy? With most clubs anyway, maybe City or Liverpool. Have Liverpool done most of their business? I mean, obviously Yotta's passed away. Rest in peace to him. And Diaz is leaving, I think. So
what I know for a fact, they want a striker. They want a striker, but they've spent on their budget on Florin.
Okay. So they need to sell. They need to sell to buy.
I know one about some of the inquiries they made on some players, but right now they are looking for like a cheaper option. I think they inquired about Goncalo, the striker of PSG. They inquired about wanting him because PSG wants another top striker. So because their business is going 100%. He was supposed to go last year. What's his name? And Slot doesn't like him at all. He doesn't. He's not a fan of him.
Okay. And what about Ekitike? Because there's a lot of rumors about Ekitike for Chelsea.
I think he's a good player, but he's overrated. I think most of the job I see, I think it's agents working. It's agents 101. His agent is working seriously. I think he's a good player, but he's so Ekitike. What I watch him play, he's not that special. It's not for me.
No, he ain't done nothing for me. What's he
done? I
know
nothing about him, but he's not that special at all. He's just there.
Yeah. Nicholas Jackson. What do we know about?
Are Chelsea planning to get another striker?
Well, we've bought Pedro, who's meant to be a striker, and he's not. He's a 10, and we've bought Delap. But Jackson, I know they want to sell him. I'm asking you, do you know if there is a club that wants to buy him? They want 60 million for this geezer.
I've written with management, but they don't reply sometimes. Some of these management they don't reply, so I don't know much about Jackson right now. But I think they will want to let him go because I think Delap is going to be first option.
Okay,
I think so. So I think maybe Adrian Pedro might be second. So, and I think Jackson. I like Jackson, but he can be very frustrating sometimes too. And there are no clubs you're going to pay 60 G's for Jackson. None. No club.
Okay. And in terms of how do you say his name, bruv? Your young player, Nwaneri.
One area.
Yeah, what's going to happen with him?
He's not leaving Arsenal. Don't worry. He will not.
He's not.
He's not leaving Arsenal.
Okay.
One of the issues with one area at Arsenal was it's not money. He wants to get assurances, not being a starter, but in playing games. He wants to be trusted. He played a lot of minutes last year, but he wasn't coming in as a starter. He was coming from the bench. So he wants to at least get the trust of the coach. Like, okay, last year, I thought Odegaard was injured for months. He wasn't back up to Odegaard. He took the full team to be injured for Teta to play him. Same with Bukayo Saka. It took the full team to be injured before he played in one area. So one area just wants to be trusted more. I think he's going to stay. The last Arsenal boy, he's going to stay. Okay. Chelsea might want him, but if one area leave Arsenal, it's going to be riots. Arsenal is going to star boy. No, he's not going to leave. I don't think he's going to leave. Chelsea just want to pack all the young players in this life.
Yeah, they just want to stockpile on kids. That's all they do. It's shambles.
Nah, he's not going to.
Okay, cool. Big up to United Vlogs. He says, Buchi, any news on Osimhen? United need a striker. I'll let you answer, Buchi.
We'll talk about this. Like I promise, Minerals. We'll talk about this when everything is sorted out.
You heard that, United Vlogs. Buchi knows he'll say when he can say what he's going to say. And trust me, he said plenty before. And he will not hide away from that. So yeah, it is what it is. Big up to everyone. Buchi, anything else you can think of right now that is, maybe under the radar, like a Trafford, Newcastle, Isak? Anything on Isak?
Isak is not leaving. Newcastle would never sell him.
All right.
Selling Isak, they're not going to sell Isak right now. Not this season, maybe next season, but not this season. They're not. Don't worry. And if you want to bring him, go buy him. Go bring 150M. It's not negotiable. Arsenal didn't inquire for Isak. They didn't inquire.
Yeah.
He was part of their 3 options. Arsenal 3 options was not even Gyökeres. It was Isak, Sesko, and Osimhen. Gyökeres was, we want a striker, just get us a striker. Well, Newcastle made it very clear to anybody. If you want to bring Isak, 150M, and who's going to pay 150M for Isak? Isak is 27 years old.
Yeah.
Also, he has an history of getting injured too. He's a good player, but I don't think anybody's going to sell. Nobody's going to sell it. Isak is out. They don't even go there anymore.
Okay.
There's no need.
Have you heard anything about Aston Villa's Morgan Rogers?
Well, Aston Villa will not sell Morgan Rogers. There's some players they don't want to sell right now. I don't think they don't want to leave, so they're not going to sell him. Okay. There's some players don't even bother, except you bring good money. If you want Rogers, bring 80, they'll sell. No, but I don't think anybody will pay 80M for Morgan Rogers right now.
No.
He's a good player, but I don't think anybody will sell. Nobody will do that. So money do the talking sometimes. All players can be sold, but how much can you bring?
Yeah, it's what you put on the table, isn't it?
Exactly.
Big up to PB, so Minerals FC Ultra for 2 months. He says, could Boniface move to England?
What I know about Victor right now, Boniface, his name is Victor Boniface. Not England. He has offers from Spain and Italy. I'm not going to call the clubs, but he has offers from there. And there's a chance he might stay back at Bayern Leverkusen because he spoke with a new coach. What's his name? Former Man U coach. What's his name again? Erik ten Hag. And it was a good conversation, by the way. So he has offers from Italy and Spain. For now, I don't think England. Right now, not England. Okay. But we don't know what happened tomorrow. We don't know. But right now, not England.
Yeah, of course. Like anything can change. In terms of, I just want to. There's players like Nkunku, Felix. I've heard Fofana, Trev. We've mentioned Madueke, Jackson. A lot of players are for sale at Chelsea. Have you heard anything on any of these players? What clubs they might be after them, or
I think Man U interested in Nkunku was serious though.
So
I think
who-
United inquired about Nkunku one time. Like,
yeah.
but I don't think it was. For Nkunku right now, clubs are trying to be careful. They're not going to bring a lot of money from him because of his injury records right now. So it's kind of it depends on what Chelsea want to do. If Chelsea want to sell, it's not going to be big money. I don't think it's going to be big money. So right now. So I knew Man U inquired about him, but that was months ago. That was months ago for Nkunku. So
we've been told he's gone. Like we've heard it from Fabrizio. Everyone said he's done, he's finished, but yet he's playing the Club World Cup. But in terms of there's one player at Chelsea that everyone is having kittens over. Forget kittens, I don't mean kittens, yeah. I'm talking about Santos, Andre Santos. All right. Is it a chance that he could leave Chelsea? Is there a chance that they'll sell him? I'm saying
it would be very stupid to sell Santos right now.
Well, we know that. Yeah.
I watched Santos play. I think to some certain level, I think it's getting overrated by Chelsea fans.
Yeah.
But that boy is a star. There are some boys to keep around because they are mental monsters. He has a tough mentality.
Yeah, we need that.
That boy was the captain of Brazil when they won the under-17 World Cup. He was a regular at Strasbourg. And the good thing about him, Santos, is he's a flexible kind of player. He can play as a 10, can even play as a 4. Can play box to box. He's every manager's dream. Those are the kind of players you keep in your squad. No, they might not really be starters, though, but they'll get minutes. 100% they'll get minutes. He has gone on loan. He has delivered on loan. What else do you want from him?
But it's the thing. You see, he's not going to start over Casado or Enzo.
He won't.
And if Lavia's fit, he ain't starting over Lavia.
Give him a chance. You need squad depth. Give him a chance. Who says he's
Well,
not going to win?
But he doesn't want to be a squad player. That's the point.
Convince him. That's the job of the coach.
Yeah, our coach. You're joking, ain't you? Our coach, he ain't got a say. He hasn't got a say. He's had every opportunity to play him in Club World Cup, and he don't play him, bruv.
He's a young player. You tell him. You tell the young player.
You'd rather play Reece James in midfield.
Nobody's here to. Nobody's a starter. I want everybody to fight for their spot. If you don't want to fight, you leave.
Well, yeah.
Tell him to fight, and he's going to stay.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't need to assure a Santos of being a starter. No, you don't need to. As a coach, you know players that will start. You do know players that will start. But the message to all your players is that everybody is fighting for a spot here. Nobody's telling them to be in the starting 11. If you can't convince a Santos to stay, who do you want to convince to stay, by the way? Who?
Well, they bought a Sugo from Sporting.
I like Sugo too, but that one needs to go on loan too.
He ain't ready.
He ain't ready. Santos is 70% ready. 70%. He is ready.
Well,
he can play. Santos can play. Who says Lavia injury issues? A lot of injury issues. A lot. Enzo can be very inconsistent sometimes. Caicedo is the only consistent player in that Chelsea midfield.
Yeah. Well, they love Enzo. They love Enzo Fernandez, don't they?
I like Enzo. I think it's good too, but he can be crazy sometimes. But he's a good player on his own day. He's a world class midfielder on his own day, but he can be very inconsistent too. So you need a little bit of the Santos boys. That's a Brazilian, bro. Don't play with Brazilians. That's a fantastic. I like him. I like him as a player.
I like Santos. I just don't think he's. Listen, the environment at Chelsea is not the best for these types of players that have the ability and the trajectory. Yeah, that he's not going to be treated in the right and managed in the right way. I don't think he's going to get as many minutes as he should get. But that's just down to how Chelsea are.
Let the coach do his job. Let the coach do his job.
Mate, he's too busy blaming the supporters for us conceding goals and that. You know what I mean? So I don't know about him. But listen, I was going to ask you about Josh Akinpong because that was breaking news today that apparently he might go on loan. Who was
You know the defender boy, the Akinpong guy? He's a defender, right?
Yeah, our young Cobham player, yeah.
He's young. I think you need to let him go on loan. He's young.
Yeah. But will they sell him to Palace? That's the question. I think they will. They'll probably sell him.
Even if they sell him, put a buyback clause there. He's talented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put a buyback. All young players cannot stay. You sell some and you keep some, but keep the special ones.
Someone's asking me, how do I know about the environment at Chelsea? Well, Buchi, how would you describe it at Chelsea? With all your intel.
I really don't know so much about Chelsea, but I think they are doing like they understand football. They don't really understand the football business as they think they do. They don't. They don't. Football business is different. You can be principled, but you need to be sensitive in some situations. I think what's getting in their head is thinking because Chelsea won some trophies. Those trophies they won, they are not trying to like insult them. The Conference League. If you don't win, who wants to win the conference if you don't want to win it? Chelsea are the biggest team in the Conference League. So it was there for them to win. FIFA World Club Cup too, kind of good too, but talking about the biggest of trophies, compete for the Champions League, the Premier League, you don't have a squad to do that. I think they are over their heads at Chelsea too. But they think they know too much. They don't know a lot. They don't know a lot. And the wage structure thing is the most stupid I've ever heard. It's so stupid. A world-class club does not put wage structure because world-class club gets world-class players. It's common sense.
Facts.
There are some special players you pay special money because these players too will bring money for your club. Some players sells millions amount of jerseys, millions from their different clubs or their different countries. So players to give you money. So have your direction, but also have a little bit of common sense. I think the owners, they are over their head sometimes. Over their head. But I think they are not bad at all. They are trying their best, but they should just be more open-minded.
Well, yeah, listen, if you have a wage cap of £150,000 a week, you eliminate and restrict yourself in buying these world-class players because no world-class player is going to accept those wages. End of story.
Never.
You can pay transfer fees, but it's the wages. The reason they keep the wages the way they are is for situations like Noni Madueke. He's on low wages. So for Arsenal, yeah, cool, we'll pay them wages. No problem. And they're easy to offload if they don't want them anymore and they want to flip them for profit. That's it.
I don't understand the 7 years. Like the 7 years, that's too much. It's everybody 7 years. On low wages and 8 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are doing there at Chelsea, but they need to be investigated.
They're spreading the payments, Buchi. And if they're on an 8-year deal and they're on low wages, when they sell that player and say that player like Madueke has only been with us 2 years, he's still got 5 years on his contract. So you can demand the 50s, the 60 millions. You know what I'm saying? If he's only got 1 year on his contract or 2, then you're not in a strong position. That's why they do it. Plus, on the books, it spreads out the payments over a long period. And every year, the player's value on the books depreciates by about 20% each year. So Madueke bought for 30 odd million.
That Lego?
What's that?
Is that Lego?
Yeah.
It's Lego?
That's how it works.
Wow.
The financials of it. That's how it works. That's why they're making profit on Noni. They bought him for 30. Even if they sold him for 40, he's not worth 30 on the books. He's not worth 30 on the books. He's worth a lot less.
They want 50.
Yeah, they want 50 mil, didn't they?
And I won't blame them because if you see that Elanga is going 55, Elanga,
Yeah.
55 killed, Elanga.
Yeah. Mbemo is what, 60? Cunha was 50 or whatever. We spent 60 million on João Pedro, bruv. And he's back up to Welbeck.
Or 60, bruh.
He's back up to Welbeck at Brighton.
Some of this money I hear, man, I run mad sometimes. So
this is a scam, bruv. It's a scam. It's a disgrace.
Bang average players. Bang average players. Bang average, man. Bang average.
Yeah. And Nico Williams, because of Chelsea's owners, and they've set that trend now, yeah, they've signed, he had 2 years, and now Nico Williams is signed up to 10 years. 10 years on 300 grand a week. There you go. So that's how it is now. Football's done. But listen, big up to...
One of the key reasons why Chelsea was so successful back then was because Abramovich came in and you want to win, you have to spend money. He came in and he spent good money. He spent money and he made money too. He made a lot of money for Chelsea. A lot of money. Chelsea became a very, very rich club because they were winning. That worked.
Did you know, here's a little bit of minerals landing, when these owners bought the club for half the value of what it really would have gone for, right? Because they spent 2.5 bill or whatever it was, yeah? When they bought the club, did you know that Roman Abramovich wiped the 1.7 billion debt off the club?
I heard about it. I read about it.
Right. These lot, when they took over, they took out a 500 million loan from Aries Management in American sports with 13% interest rate, right? And they took out 702 million from Bank of America and JP Morgan at 7.7% interest rate. They are in arrears now. They've spent 1.8 billion. And obviously they've spent 1.8 billion because they're selling Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Conor Gallagher. They'll sell Trev, like common players. They're making pure profits. All right. We are in serious debt. And all they care about is Champions League spot. Yeah.
Chelsea did that. I have no idea about that.
Ah, you know now. You know now. I've done it. Bruv, I've cost Todd Bowley, Meatloaf Tout Bowley, my platform, has cost him to lose $400 million because he's now been investigated by the PL. Let's have it right. I've made it go viral. I don't muck around on here, but listen, it is what it is, you know. Respect to everyone in the chat. I want you all to smash the like, hit the subscribe. Make sure you follow Buchi Laba on his platform, on X especially, and Instagram. And anything else you would like to land, Buchi, before we wrap it up?
Nothing much, but apologies to Minerals FC if I didn't give a lot of information on the player they want, but like I promised, maybe next week we'll get more. We'll open up the curtains to more information.
Yeah, cool.
On Arsenal and some other stuff.
Yeah, 100%. No, you don't need to apologise, Buchi. I respect you. You got to do what you got to do, and protect things. You know what I'm saying? But you have let us know, and you have spoken a lot of things that people don't really know, and now they do know, or they've been lied to, so now they know the truth. And respect you for that. Ultras, I want you all to big up Buchi. All right, make sure you put your comments at the end of the stream as well for him. And as always, Buchi, thank you so much for giving your time. And also, well, hopefully in a couple of weeks, maybe we'll speak anyway, and you can come on and jump on again with us, and we'll continue to land it, bro. But listen, respect to you, big time.
No problem, bro. Pleasure being here. Pleasure.
Thanks, bro. Big up to everyone, ultras. Win, lose, draw, blue co out. Low surrender mentality. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe. Put your comments down below. And salute to all the Minerals FC ultras. Let's have it right. Elite, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But Buchi, he's landed some serious facts on here. Make sure you go back and re-listen if you've missed out. But let's see. Tonight, it will be either a video or stream after the game. Looking forward to this semi-final. Watching Thiago Silva as well. Let's see what happens. But this one, strictly business on here. And I'll see you later on tonight. Up the Chelsea, up Mills FC. Let's have it right.